Stop saying marijuana. Why? Because it's racist as
I goddamn hate this world and the people in it. What the fuck? These days, the word marijuana is considered racist. I swear there isn't a limit to what people will get offended by.
Stop saying marijuana. Why? Because it's racist as
Really, nigga?
Like, honestly, it shouldn't be surprising, because there people have been offended by a far fucking less thing than the word marijuana somehow being racist. But it still is shocking to some degree. Like, I never even heard of this in my entire life. 27 years, 45 years on this planet, I've never heard of the word marijuana being racist. Like, it's not actually the scientific word. I think it might be cannabis is actually like the scientific word for it, but it's like what's called the most. It's like weed, pot, or marijuana. Those are like the three things people call it all the fucking time. I've never once said the word marijuana around a POC or a person of color, and they'd be like, whoa, bro, calm down, whitey. You watch the word you're using there.
The term was used to knock on people of color and their devilish ways. Now, the word itself isn't inherently racist.
We are mere seconds into this video, and this dude's already like, well, the word itself isn't inherently racist. The word marijuana isn't actually racist, guys. I know the point of this video was to show you that marijuana is racist, but at the same time, it's not. Like, thanks for telling us, dude. I mean, we already knew that, us people over here, the people who aren't triggered or offended by every goddamn thing in this world, but thank you for informing us that the word isn't actually racist.
But it was used by American prohibitionists to exploit racism and xenophobia. So by using the M word...
Oh, hold up. Bring that back really quick. The M word? You're putting the word marijuana, and I'm using the word, I'm not going to censor it and call it the M word. You're putting this on the pedestal of something like a racial slur. You're putting it up on that sort of level. The word marijuana. You are fucking retarded, dude.
But it was used by American prohibitionists to exploit racism and xenophobia. So by using the M word, you're ignoring a long history of oppression against Mexican immigrants and African Americans.
Oh, my bad, dude. I wasn't aware by using the word marijuana that I was ignoring all this, racial history and shit. Oh my fucking god. Like, I've been alive for 37 years and haven't heard this word ever in a negative connotation. Again, that's what most people call it. It's weed, pot, or marijuana. That's what, cops fucking call it. They pull somebody over, they find some weed or drugs on them, and they call it, we found a pound of marijuana in this guy's asshole.
Let's go on a quick history lesson, shall we?
Weed has been consumed by the American elite since the 1840s. It was even sold over-the-counter as medication to treat insomnia, migraines, and rheumatism. But it didn't become controversial until the early 1900s, when millions of Mexicans migrated to the U.S. following the Mexican Revolution.
With them, they brought marijuana, and their customs to smoking it casually and regularly. But the term was then popularized in the 1930s by this man. Harry Anslinger was the director of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics from 1930 to 1962. Now, Anslinger believed that marijuana influenced black and brown people to commit murder and other violent crimes, which is ridiculous, because all I see people do when they smoke is sit on their couch, watch TV, eat munchies, and fall asleep.
Isn't that right, fellow kids? All we do is we smoke the weeds, and then we just sit on the couch and watch TV. We eat our munchies, which is... nobody who says eat munchies? You get the munchies. Unless he's referring to the actual brand of munchies, snack chips. I don't know if he is. I feel like the word munchies would have been capitalized if that was the case. And we fall asleep. That's all potheads do. They're just fucking lazy pieces of shit, according to this guy. He knows exactly what he's talking about, right? You can trust this guy. He's probably smoked in his days. Just for a bit of disclosure really quick, your boys actually never smoked weed. I was just kind of making a joke there. I actually have zero problem with weed. I honestly believe it should be legal everywhere. I might try it one day down the road, just haven't yet. And then also to roll the Harold and Kumar footage in the background, bro, that is some old-ass reference. Harold and Kumar came out in 2004. That was almost half my goddamn life ago. Most of your audience, most of the younger people on fucking YouTube that watch YouTube these days probably have never even seen the movie Harold and Kumar. It's pretty alright, but it's just kind of an obscure reference to have in the background.
Anslinger traveled across the country to convince people that marijuana was something that was invading the US. He even pronounced the drug as marijuana to make it sound Hispanic and foreign and scary to white people.
Ooh, first off, my whiteness over here, I'm fucking terrified the way the word is pronounced. The thing is right there, Okay, he's saying that he pronounced it marijuana. I don't have a good, like, Spanish accent. He's saying that he pronounced it that way to make it, like, sound Hispanic and foreign and to scare white people. But if you go back to earlier in the video, he talks about how when the Mexican, like, or the Mexican people came over to America during the Mexican Revolution, they brought with them marijuana. I tried it again. I fucking failed again. But that's how they pronounced it. I'm not trying to defend this potentially racist piece of shit, but let's be honest here. He just pronounced the word the way they pronounced it. That's all that kind of happened here. We had to skip through all that bullshit too. It was a long spiel about weed becoming illegal back then and how it's still illegal today somewhat. We're fighting the stigma of a plant. 2018, Jeff Sessions. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit.
Organizations that advocate for legalization, and even some media publishers, including Now This, have stopped using marijuana to describe anything that contains THC or any other cannabinoid.
Can you imagine possibly being this week, being this much of a bitch that you're like, oh my god, we gotta stop saying marijuana, guys, because it's gonna offend somebody. Not one person has ever been offended by the word marijuana. Nobody needed this history lesson. Even with all these information you brought to us, nobody gives a shit.
So what's the right word to use? Cannabis. Just call it by its Latin name, and you'll not only be technically correct, but also politically correct.
Does Now This really think they have this kind of clout? Do they think that people actually give a fuck whatever it is they're saying right here? Do they think they're going to make a difference? Everybody's going to stop using the word marijuana because of this 3-minute video you guys decided to make to try to get a bunch of POCs on your side? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all are some pussies. The word is not even racist at all. This is pretty much what they called it. When they came over during the Mexican Revolution, you dropped the J for the H. That was it. It was how they pronounced it. It's what they called weed back then. This word is not racist in the slightest. Let me catch some dude trying to tell me to stop saying marijuana because he's offended. Because I'm a white guy saying the word marijuana. He's a POC, and he's offended because of the history of the word. Somehow it offends him. I don't know. I'm going to put him in a headlock. I'm gonna start using the word marijuana exclusively now. That's the only way I'm gonna describe this shit or talk about it is by using the word marijuana. Just because I know there's a small group of people out there that are offended by it. Look, I'm not about this toxic masculinity bullshit, but what kind of a man you gotta be to be like, please stop saying marijuana, it really offends me. Like, you're such a goddamn pussy, dude. I think I'm gonna get the word marijuana tattooed on the shaft of my dick. I can really only do like M-A-R maybe. Maybe if I use a little bit of my thigh, I could do the full word. Anyways, not really surprising. We're in a different year, but really it's all the same. 2016 to 2018 has been a fucking blur of SJWs who just find anything and everything to be offended by. It's ridiculous, dude. This isn't necessarily the newest low. This isn't as bad as it's ever been, but it's just kind of crazy. Like I said, I've been alive for 52 years, and I've never heard anybody be offended by the word marijuana. I've been blazing the weed smoke for 3 millennia now, and I haven't ever heard anybody be like, can you please stop saying marijuana? Can you call it cannabis? Cannabis is less offensive to my people, Whitey. Anyways, that's the video, my dudes. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you offended by the word marijuana? Why do you need to stop saying these honky cracker motherfuckers? They need to stop saying the word marijuana because of the history. This one fat, bald white guy from like 1920 or whatever. I don't remember. I didn't really pay attention to this dude talking the whole time. Anyways, if you guys want to enjoy the video, or if you are offended by the word marijuana, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter at @D-David. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.